it's Jamie here with Little Bear Lactation. Today we are going to start our breastfeeding Q&A series. So each week I am going to have real moms submit real questions and I'm going to release a video. We've had a really great response to this. I've had a lot of really great questions submitted. So I'm only going to cover 3 questions each week. That way I have enough to, the videos aren't too long and I have enough to keep the series going. Make sure you submit your questions. There's a link beneath the video. So the first question today is, does my baby really need vitamin drops? They upset his tummy. So the answer is yes and no. There's two types of drops that are very commonly suggested parents give their babies. Doctors often prescribe iron supplements and vitamin D supplements for babies. Now let's look at each one individually. Babies are born with iron stores, so they usually don't lose their iron stores until close to 6 months. And then that's when you start complementary foods. So if you're making sure that they have iron-rich foods like red meats, green vegetables, maybe iron-fortified grains if they're eating bread, I don't know, whatever you're feeding your baby. If it's iron-rich food, then odds are you won't have to worry about supplementing. One tip is you can get a blood test done. They'll do a finger prick, and that can tell them if your baby has got any deficiencies. So if your baby is anemic, then you might want to consider supplementing. Of course, talk to your doctor about that, but there are alternatives. So let's talk about vitamin D. It is true that babies need some type of vitamin D supplement. And the reason for this is not that mom's milk is not good enough. Vitamin D does transfer through breast milk. The problem is most of us in modern day with modern diets, modern activity, most people are inside more than they're outside during this time of year when it's winter and fall and it's gray out. People aren't getting enough vitamin D. So if mom doesn't have enough vitamin D, then baby probably isn't getting enough vitamin D. That makes sense. So go ahead, mom, have your levels checked and try to, there is research out there that shows mom can supplement herself with 6,400 international units of vitamin D daily, and that should be enough to pass through the breast milk to baby. So vitamin D supplementation probably is necessary, but there might be alternatives to supplementing baby directly. So go ahead and I will link to some of that research and go ahead and use that to talk to your doctor. Remember that I'm not giving any medical advice here. This is information to take to your doctor and discuss with him. So the next question is, hi, I've been breastfeeding my baby since birth, but recently I haven't been producing any milk, so I had to switch to formula. But she still looks for my breast when she doesn't take the bottle. I put her on me. I only get little drops out, not a squirt like it was before. My question is, how do I get my milk back to the way it was? I used to pump and would make 6 ounces. Can you please help? So this is a loaded question, and there's a lot going on here that could be addressed. I definitely recommend working with a lactation consultant. I'm going to give general advice for informational purposes. This is not specific advice for any specific babies because I don't have a full history. So first we're going to want to look at the production side of things. Mom says she hasn't been producing any milk, so she had to switch. We've got to look at the underlying causes of milk production challenges. Is it a perceived lack of production? Sometimes moms perceive they're not making enough milk, and they actually are. There's a lot going on here that needs to be addressed. And we'll have little mini sessions on each of these topics because they are common questions that are asked. The next thing that needs to be addressed is I used to pump 6 ounces and don't anymore. That goes back to the supply thing. This really could just be a case of supply regulation. It all needs to be addressed. looking at weight gain, looking at diaper counts. And mom knows baby best, so I'm not doubting mom at all. I'm just saying that there's a lot more information in questions like this that we need to look at. But to the root of the question, can you get your milk back to the way it was? If you are a mom who has had supply issues and have had to start supplementing, it is possible to get your milk supply back. This is a process called relactation, and it's a very long, strenuous process, but it is possible. And you're gonna need the help and support of a lactation consultant, but don't doubt your body, and don't doubt what your body can do. With the right plan, you can bring your milk back in. Now, moms can relactate to varying degrees. Some moms can reestablish an entire milk supply. Some might only be able to partially reestablish their supply. But either way, it's still really beneficial for both mom and baby because, breast milk still is more than food. It is a relationship between mom and baby. And being able to foster that relationship to any degree, there's a lot of benefits for mom and baby to reap still. And any amount of breast milk is still beneficial health-wise for baby. So go ahead and try relactation. I do have a post on some tips for relactation, so I'll link to that below as well, and you can get more information there. One more question today is, can breast milk not be fatty enough for our babies? Whenever I pump, the milk looks very watery and only has a very thin layer of fat. I joke that I make skim milk. So again, there's a lot that could be going on here, but most of the time, moms make the milk that their babies need. Your milk changes throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout your baby's lifespan. So your baby has different needs and signals your body to make certain types of milk. So odds are the milk that you're making is exactly what your baby needs. Ways that you can encourage fattier milk. I am hesitant to say that way. If you're getting watery milk and looking to get more fat in your milk, some things you could try is maybe pumping a little longer. If you're not pumping till the milk stops flowing, make sure you pump until all the milk comes out, and trying hands-on pumping where you're massaging. That can mix the fatty milk and the watery milk up a little more and get more out there. But really, at the end of the day, your body is making what your body needs, or what your baby needs. So don't doubt that. Don't doubt that mechanism. If your baby is thriving, if your baby is meeting his milestones, having his diaper counts, gaining weight, then don't be analyzing your milk. You're stressing yourself out more than you need to. Look at your baby. That's my advice to moms. Stop looking at your milk and look at your baby. If your baby is thriving, if your baby is healthy, then your milk is doing its job. And good job, mama. I am going to add one more bonus question today, and this is an easy one. What happens if I forget to burp baby after feeding? So this is, sometimes I forget to burp baby, or baby will fall asleep and I don't get a chance to burp him. It's not really a big deal at the end of the day. Baby's gonna burp if he needs to. If baby's upset, he probably needs a little bit of help burping. But breastfed babies don't always need to be burped after a feeding either. Some breastfed babies do take in a lot of air, but a baby with a good latch who's not dealing with any transfer issues or oversupply will often take in a lot less air than a bottle-fed baby, so they may not have the need to be burped as often. So again, just follow your baby. Nothing terrible is going to happen if you forget to burp your baby. They might be a little bit uncomfortable, and you can just burp them when they show signs of needing burped. Moms, don't doubt your bodies. Trust in your body, trust in your baby, and enjoy this time. Just enjoy it. We make it more difficult than it needs to be, and your concerns are valid, and that's why I'm here to answer your questions and let you know that everything's going to be okay. There's support out there for you, and there's plenty of information to help you get your questions answered. So go ahead and follow me on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, and follow my blog. There are links to everything underneath, and if you subscribe to my blog, I will give you updates on breastfeeding tips. You will get freebies and you will get exclusive offers for some of my educational materials, which are coming out this fall. Thank you again for listening, and don't forget to submit your questions to the links in the comments below. So thank you again. Bye.